Venomous feeding day again. It's been about 10 days or so, give or take. Something like that. I don't know. But we're back at it today. Feeding the collection again. Look at the green mamba is freshly shed. Holy freaking cow. Matter of fact, draped around my desk here is the just about flawless skin right there. So it's kind of a hit or miss sometimes, but super beautiful, beautiful. So we got the old Mr. Steve down there, and we got the rhino viper, we got the Indian cobra, monocled cobra, albino western diamondback, Costa Rican rattlesnake. We got a couple king cobras, forest cobra. Here's the female king cobra doing her thing, crawling around like a maniac. And then we got Dave over here. Oh, look at, you know what? You guys don't get to see Dave a lot when he's stretched out, but right here is roughly 9.5 feet of freaking awesomeness right here. So, what up, fat boy Ron? But yeah, we just about to do our thing. I don't know if you guys seen the video the other day. My brother came down with his C8 Corvette, and we actually had the Gaboon Viper on his C8 Corvette. The Gaboon Viper being right here. Here we go. So, but yeah, we had it on a C8 Corvette. So check out the short video for that. Cool. Yeah, very, very beautiful for sure, for sure. But yeah, this is my boy right here. And he's out. He's hungry. He's like, dude, he's like, Aaron, it's been like 10 days. It's like, it's time to feed us. So that's what we're going to do. They're not getting snakes today, though. We got the assortment of large, medium rats, and then XL freaking rats there, and a couple pinkies that are in the bucket. But yeah, that's kind of where we're going with that. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's get our trusty dusty tools here. Bada bang, we always got to have the tools, right? You got to keep the bitey end as far away from the hand as we can, right? So let's see what we going on here. Who is first? I tell you what, the rhino viper, for some reason, was in a mood last time, but his box, yeah, you know what? It makes it a little bit difficult here because we got to. His head is inside his little enclosure there. So what we're gonna do is come over here, grab the hook here, and get the box out, or his hide box out. That way he knows what the hell's going on. Ow! Yeah, doing that with one hand is kind of strenuous. So there we go. Anyway, set this right over here, and there is our beautiful rhinoceros viper, Vitus nasicornis, right here. All right, so let's go ahead and get his meal. Let's see if he takes it this week. Sometimes they get stubborn, and if that's the case, no big deal. As you guys can see, this guy could probably go 6 months without eating and be freaking perfectly fine. That's how freaking massively thick he is. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, we have any interest? We have any interest? Any interest? None. What? That is so strange. Hmm. So strange. She's smelling it. He's smelling it. Here, you know what? I'm just going to leave that right there. Normally, he takes it first try. No, I feed all my stuff frozen thawed. So, but he's just been in kind of a mood, and sometimes snakes go through that. Not that big of a deal. What up, king ball pythons? So we're just going to go ahead and close up his cage right now and give him the opportunity to do his own thing. Yeah, I don't prefer live. A, they're way more expensive, and B, sometimes snakes like this that are not in the mood for eating, they'll literally let a mouse or a rat chew on them, and we do not want to do that. But mostly, frozen thawed rats are basically zero on the parasite scale, and they're way, way, way cheaper. How long do you leave it in there before you know he won't eat it? If it's not eaten by the end of the day, I'll literally grab it out of there, and then I'll just give it to this freaking damn garbage disposal over here. This is Steve, the black-throat monitor lizard. So, but yeah, all right. Moving on. Let's see. We have a freshly shed eastern green mamba that is waiting for food. So, very carefully, we're gonna take off the lock here, slide that up there. Matter of fact, yeah, I don't like that he's right there, but we're looking right at him. No big deal there. And we're gonna do it. This guy just shed literally 2 days ago. All right, just got to be careful. Oh, there we go. So he's got the bite. Let's go ahead and open this up a little bit more. And that's normally what he does. He'll grab it, then he'll come in for a set. Oh, well, just literally as I'm saying it, he comes in and does it. So we're just gonna set. Or you want to grab it this time or what? Sometimes he'll grab it and hold on to it, and sometimes he won't. No big deal if he does or doesn't. But we're gonna go ahead and leave that right there. He will come back to it in just a second, I assure you. But we're definitely not gonna leave the cage open. So he's gonna get two. Did he just say mamba? Yes, that is an eastern green mamba, Dendroaspis angusticeps, freshly shed about 2 days ago and just a stunning animal. But yes, very, very dangerous. I promise you, it does not cost you less to buy live. There is no way. A live mouse where I'm at, if I went to the store, is like $6 for an XL, and if I get it frozen thawed from Rodent Pro, it's like 65 cents. So yeah, I'm not going to buy that at all. All right, Indian cobra down here. Indian cobra is in his little hide box there. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and, I mean, the enclosure's not going to lock, but we're not just going to not get our keys mixed up here. So we have Indian cobra in there. It should not be in the shed. I have, okay. Hey, hey, guy. You in there? You in there? Hello? Come on. I hope you're not in the shed. Oh, well, there's a hiss. Ah, come on, get out of there. You guys hear him hissing? Oh, I seen a tongue. Well, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Come on. Okay, we're gonna do this the hard way, I guess. Yeah, there we go. All right, Indian cobra. All right, dude. Look, now he's all threatened. So he's like, I'm gonna show you my hood. Whoa, what do we got? Oh, there we go. He's like, I smelt it. I smelt it. Come on, now you're in defensive mode, really? Here, come on. You know what? God, you know what? The snakes are just gonna do what they're gonna do at the end of the day, right? Come on. As soon as he smells it, he'll get over his little defensive mode there. All right, we're just gonna leave it right there. All right. So far, the snakes are not doing what they're supposed to do, but that's okay. That's okay. We have more coming. What is he going to start smelling? He starts smelling. Oh, he smells. He smells. He smells. Doing his thing. There he goes. Oh, there we go. So this is the Sri Lanka locale. It's the one that's got a lot of the high white patterning on it. But at the end of the day, it's just an Indian cobra, Naya Naya. Yeah, right. Feeding, holding a camera or two cameras because what you guys don't know, or maybe you do, is I have a device that holds two cameras at the same time. So on one, I'm live with TikTok, and on the other, I'm live on YouTube. So yeah, camera shy for sure, Daryl. Camera shy, but he got it done. Rhino down there is still not acting, or still acting up, but that's okay. But yeah, we try to be as safe as we can here. We don't do free handling. We don't do none of that nonsense. But all right, so here we have the albino western diamondback. This is Crotalus atrox. This is captive born. And we're going to go ahead and grab his food right here. He's going to get a medium-sized rat. I should say she. I say he just out of habit, but it is a she. All right, what's up? Come here. Oh, yeah. She's like, I want that. And that was the immediate strike right there. There. So, and she always does it. She bites, does her thing, injects venom, even though she doesn't have to. Then she lets go. And then within, I don't know, within a minute or so, he comes by. Did he just say corn? No, I did not say corn. I'm not sure. But yeah, love the Diamondbacks. You know, they're fairly common in the trade and in the hobby. But you know what? That does not mean that they are not beautiful, regardless. And this one definitely is. And this one has been, my brother was the original owner of this snake. And it was, this thing's 12 years old now, give or take. So something like that. Okay, so the Mamba, let's see, Mamba, what are you doing? Okay, we're gonna reattempt this here because Mamba's doing what Mamba does. Hey, there we go, there we go. Come on, take it, do your thing, do your thing. There we go, there we go. We got some smell action going on, and there we go. You know what? Um, Beautiful animal for sure. Extremely beautiful animal, but this is by far the most dangerous animal in the room as far as venom toxicity is concerned. So we're going to slowly close the glass here. If I close it too fast and it makes too much vibration, he'll let it go. But we're just gonna, oh, just like he did. But anyway, he knows where it's at now, so no big deal. He'll come back for it. All right, the garbage can of the room, besides the black throat, is gonna be the monocled cobra. So let's go ahead and put the lock back on up here. And now we'll come back down here to the monocled cobra, who's always waiting. The monocled cobra. All right. All right. Hey. Oh, are we getting everybody getting defensive today? What's up? Hey. Oh, yeah. Look at you guys don't get to see the hood that often. Hey, you want something? Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. There we go. This snake never fails. Even in shed, sometimes this snake freaking eats. When some of the other ones won't. Ah, gotta love it. So this is Naya Cayuthia, the monocled cobra. This just happens to be an albino. So we're gonna go ahead and lock up the cage here because he only gets the one medium rat, or she. And for those of you who do not know, this snake actually reproduced last year via parthenogenesis, which does happen in some animals, but all the Google searching I could do, I could not find it happening in monocled cobras. Yes, Gaboon Viper right here. Gaboon Viper is not going to be fed today because it got fed about a week ago, and this guy only gets fed about every 40 days. So people always freak out when I say 40 days. Oh my God, that's a long time. But no, no, not for that particular animal. It's not a long time. In the wild, these things eat 4 or 5 times in a year. So if I feed it every 40 days, it's getting fed a lot more than it would in the wild. And if you look how massive and thick this animal is. If you overfeed them, they start getting overweight, they start having liver problems and all sorts of things, and we don't want to do that. Ask me more detail about that. Yeah, man. Any Gaboon Viper keeper knows that these guys do not get fed every week, not even close. So that's just the way it goes. Yeah, trust me. When I first started keeping them, I was kind of aghast at the same time. All right, monocled cobra doing its thing. Okay, so we have the Costa Rican rattlesnake down here, and we got to be careful because the Costa Rican rattlesnake always flies out. So we're gonna open it because he's gonna be. Let's see. Are we right down there? Everybody see the Costa Rican rattlesnake? Culminatus right here, Crotalus culminatus. Oh, ooh, the one time you don't come flying out. Look at that. No tigress, no tiger rattlesnakes here. This is Crotalus culminatus, the Costa Rican rattlesnake. So come over here, get his food. Bada bing. And what's up, dude? Oh, yep. Already interest. Already interest. Coming out. Do your thing. I'm just gonna entice it here. Whoa, there you go. Go ahead. Do your thing. Whoa. So he bit it, he envenomated, and we're gonna leave it alone at that and come back in just a second. And I know he's gonna be downing it. Look at the Indian cobra's already done. So we're gonna give this one another one here in just a second. So before we do that, we're gonna put our lock back on here. And then we'll go ahead and bring up Indian cobra right here for another mouse. Going back over here. Woo! No anacondas. I'm not a python keeper. I like my venoms, so that's what I do. Hey, the mouse is right here, dude. You're a little bit past it. Uh, Listen, you're defensive. You're eating, then you're back to being defensive. Look at you. So this snake was actually born and bred right here in Oregon. Believe it or not. All right, you know what? You're on the defensive. We're just gonna let you find it on your own as you start pounding at the ground. If snake bites another snake with the venom, I guess it depends on what snake is biting what other snake. So here's the green mamba doing its thing. God, I love the snake. What a beautiful animal. I like to call it Kermit the Frog green. That's what I like to say. So live mice are more expensive, and there's no point in giving them live mice when I can get frozen for a fraction of the cost. That's why. I'm in Southern Oregon, just south of Roseburg. So, oh, here we go. The albino diamondback is doing her job, putting down that medium-sized rat. I do not have an alligator. I don't have any crocodilians of any kind. Yeah, the mambas. I'm a fan of mambas. My second favorite snake, but the green mambas and their green coloration is just freaking crazy. Should have named it Kermit. You know what? I thought about that, but there's about 50 other mamba keepers out there that name their frog or their snake Kermit. So I was like, I'm not going to do the same thing. The mice are freshly frozen and freshly unthawed. So they come from a company called Rodent Pro, and they come shipped with dry ice, completely frozen solid. And I have a reptile freezer in the garage where they all stay until it's time to thaw them out. Oh, I mean, you could definitely use live mice. That's not a problem. But I like definitely don't want to use live or wild ones because you got parasites and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about when I do that. All right, it's King Cobra time, and we got Murani right here, the queen, and she's gonna get rats. So we're gonna take off her little wedge there. Hey, pretty girl, how you doing? All right, let's go ahead and grab her rat right here. She's gonna get a medium size. Hey, you can't go crawling outside the cage. Come here. Look what I got for you. Look what I got for you. No, you gotta get. Oh, look at that. As soon as it touches her, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that." I want you to get back in the cage, though. Can you do that for me? So this is an adult female born in 2014. Was given to me by a good friend of mine about 3 months ago, give or take, and she's just doing well. Didn't lock what back? Oh, the cages. Don't worry about the cages that are not locked. The glass is closed, so they're not going anywhere. I'll lock it when I'm all said and done. And if I didn't lock it, this probably means I'm going to get in there and water it and do all sorts of things after I get off the live stream here. So don't worry about that. But yeah, this cage is definitely open right now, which I'm going to shut as soon as I can here. There we go. All right. So now we have the other king cobra over here. This is Dave. Dave lives in his 10-foot long enclosure right here. But Dave will eat rats, but he has to have them scented. I do not have a black mamba. I only have the green mamba. So how do we scent a rat? First off, we take a small piece of a frozen garter snake right here that's thawed out. What's my favorite kind of snake is my king cobra for sure. Favorite non-venomous snake, probably for sure is going to be the eastern indigo snake. Although I have never owned one, but I would definitely like to at some point. I've only been bitten one time, and it was by an eastern, or sorry, a Arizona blacktail rattlesnake, and that was about 15 years ago. And I had to reevaluate the things that I was doing. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So to scent, we take the piece of the piece of the garter snake here, and we basically just rub it all over the food item here that we're going to give to the king cobra. And what it does, it fools the animal into thinking that it's a snake. Snakes are beautiful, but they're not that intelligent. So we just rub it all over, especially all over the head area right here. Even squeeze out some of the goo, which is kind of gross, but we do it anyway. Poor rats. Well, poor rats for sure, but animals got to eat. Are those dog toys? I'm not sure what you're talking about, the dog toys, but anyway. So now that we have that rat prepared, we got to open the king cobra's cage. The male king cobra. This is the male, by the way, if you don't know. Right here. Hey, what's up, dude? So this is Dave. Dave, what's up, dude? Are we gonna smell something? Oh, don't get all defensive. Ha 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 ha. Come on, do your thing. He's like, I gotta smell it. It don't look like a snake. I gotta smell it first. Here, go ahead. He's like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Bada bing, bada boo. So the only difficulty here is, king cobras are snake eaters in the wild. That's what they're designed to do. But they will eat rats, just like I've demonstrated here. But it's kind of comical watching them trying to swallow it. It takes a while for them to get it down because they're simply not designed to get past all the hair and things like that. A snake will slide down too easy. No, I do not have a puff adder. I've just got the West African gaboon viper. But yeah, Dave is by far my favorite snake. What I was rubbing on it was a dead piece of a garter snake. I was scenting it. That way, it fools the snake into thinking that it's eating another snake, even though it's clearly not. But yeah, how much does antivenom cost? Yeah, depending on what you get, it can be a lot. Like a single vial of Crofab can be in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. But yeah, it can be very, very expensive. No, not a Komodo dragon. That is a black throat monitor. He's not getting fed today. He literally ate like probably almost a pound of gizzards yesterday. So he's not going to get fed today. Unless we for some reason have a leftover rat or something like that, I'll definitely give it to him. But that's not what the plan is. So, but we're going to go ahead and close this. The king cobras are going to get two rats. So I'm going to go ahead and let them do their thing. And can king cobras mate with other species of snakes or no? Nope, they can only mate with other king cobras. So the monocled cobra is done. Look at that, pushing it down right now. And okay, here's the Atrox, the Western Diamondback, putting down her rat. Oh, here we go. The monocle or the green mamba is finishing up right here. I actually had to pull the green mamba out yesterday because I had to get the shed out of there. I wanted to get the shed without destroying it, that you can see here. And yeah, he bit the snake a few times. No inland taipans. Who is the friendliest snake in here? Ooh, I don't think that's a correct. Yeah, I don't think that's how we want to label these snakes. Every single one of these snakes would bite me if I picked them up. So, but the cool, the friendliest animal in the room is definitely Dave or Steve down here. You can pet Steve, but if I open the glass right now, he's going to come out and he's going to literally grab all these and eat them up. All right, next on the agenda, we have the longest true cobra in the world. This is a forest cobra, and she is approaching 8 feet. She's between 7.5 and 8 feet long. They breathe using their epiglottis, which is basically a pipe that they could breathe past their prey item with. So she's going to get the biggest rat that we have here. Hey, you. So this is Forest Grumpy, the forest cobra, which is not really true because she's not really grumpy. She's actually probably the chillest venomous snake in here, even though she will definitely handle business if she needs to. All right. I don't even know if she's hungry or not, but come on. What are you doing? Huh? 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 Are you what? Tell me you're not going in the shed. Huh? If she even thinks about going in the shed, she doesn't touch anything. Well, a little bit of interest. Well, we got a little interest. A little interest. Yeah, you want to smell it? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, not the friendliest in the world, but this snake right here, most forest cobras, if you know, are just they're hooded, they're gaped, they're ready to go at a second's notice. She rarely hoods. She's gaped one time in the over 4 years that I've owned her, and other than that, she's just super super chill. But yeah, a beautiful snake. And what's cool about her is her brown coloration right here changes as it goes down the body, and it turns into this really almost black color. It'd be black to us, but it's more of a super super dark brown. But it's just kind of a cool transition. But yeah, this is the longest cobra in the world. So just so you know, and I'm sure many of you do, a king cobra is not a real cobra. We call it a cobra because it can stand up and it has a hood. Do you have a ring neck? No, I do not have a ring neck. I'm going to close this cage real quick. But I will show you the smallest snake that I have in this room is right here. And this, let me clean up my mess right here, is a coral cobra. Put my snake hook back right here. All right. And this is probably the number two prettiest snake that I have. And look at the coloration right there. See the orange, kind of the reddish orange with the black bands right there. So super cool. Matter of fact, we got some pinkies thawed out, and we're gonna hook this snake up. So I'm sure we'll eat something here in just a second. So let's see. Unlock, unlock. And she's a pissy little snake too. You touch her and she'll start. Oh, there she is right there. Look at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get us a little pinky mouse. There we go. All right, you want something? I know you're hungry. I know you're going to hit it. There we go. There we go. Right there. So sometimes she won't eat during the day because she's almost completely nocturnal in their natural habitat. So when she doesn't eat, I'll literally set the mice just right here, or I'll set them on the rock, and I'll come back the next morning and they're freaking gone. So this is a coral cobra, a Spitalleps lubricus, and this particular snake is If I had to say, probably around 16 inches long, and she's a full grown adult. She's about 4 years old, give or take. So they don't get much bigger than this. But those colors, though, those colors are just beautiful. But just in case you're watching, I'm going to tell you the same thing I say every live stream. I'm not here to sell you nothing. I'm not here to get you to buy merch. But if you want to hit that like and subscribe button, you know what? That's freaking awesome. So appreciate you. My baby garter snake won't. Hold on here. What did that say? Oh man, I'm sorry. I see my baby garter snake won't eat and it keeps swimming a lot. Is he shedding soon? No, I have a feeling. Depending on what you're offering it to eat, it may not be interested in what you have to eat. Garter snakes can eat snails and slugs and worms and frogs and all sorts of other things. So just make sure you're feeding it the correct thing that it's interested in. So, all right. So there's one Pinky Mouse down. He's going to get two. All right. You got that one down, bud? Here you go. Here's number two. Here's number two. Go ahead. I'm surprised she's not hissing all over the place because she is definitely a hisser. All right. She's like, dude, you got to let me finish putting down the first one. Are you what in the world? Come on, take it. Listen, this is like anticlimactic right here. Okay, well, a little bit of interest. There it goes, and there she goes. Okay, there we go. Just took you a second right there. So, what is my favorite snake? My favorite snake in the room is my king cobra. I do not have any two-headed snakes. No pythons. How often do they shed? Some of these snakes shed like every month or two. I seen SB. Okay, man, some of these comments are going so fast I can't even see them all. But I do appreciate it, guys. I do appreciate it. So that one's done. Okay, what else do we have left here? We got to feed the mamba another mouse. So let's go ahead and do that. Open that cage right there. What are you? Oh yeah, give me just a second on the king cobra. We'll get back to there in just a second. Matter of fact, he's right here doing his thing. Let me go ahead and take care of this green mamba real quick. Hey, string bean. That's the mama's name, by the way, string bean. Because when we got him, he was freshly hatched animal, and he was about the same size and length as a number two pencil. So now he is in the 5 foot range and living his best life right here with me. There we go. Beautiful snakes. Absolutely stunning animals. It's crazy this cell phone holder that I have that's holding two cell phones. I have to stay a certain amount of distance away because the camera lenses are not close together. So if I go close on one, it'll literally go out of frame on the other one. So I gotta keep it about that far away. What is the longest snake that I have? Matter of fact, here, hold on. Here's my king cobra. We're gonna go ahead and lock this snake up because we are complete. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw the lock on there. Bada bing. Put the lock back to the spot that it goes, which is number one. And for those of you who are wondering if I have a permit, my permit from the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife is right there. Rattlesnakes, yes. The albino diamondback just finished eating right here. And oh, here we go. You guys didn't see. I told you he'd come back and grab it. The Costa Rican rattlesnake. Tell me about Steve. Steve, come here. People want to know about you. You know what? Before he comes, though, I'm going to hide these rats so he can't go grabbing at them. All right. Steve. Steve. Hey, come here, dude. No, he thinks he's getting fed. Dude, you're not getting fed, so don't come biting on me, okay? Ah, ah. He's super warm right now and he smells food. So, when he's in food mode, you got to kind of be careful. Hey, are you being a good boy? You're such a good boy. I can't wait. For those of you who don't know, the black throat monitors, full grown, especially the males, they can get between 45 and 55 pounds. They can get really, really big. So as big as he is right now, he's not even close to being full grown. So he's probably, if I had to guess, he's probably 6, 7 pounds. So imagine how much bigger he's gonna get. Don't go smelling on me. I don't have nothing for you to eat, bud. All right. But I want you to get back in there because now's not feeding time for you. Can you get back inside there, please? There we go. Come on, get it. No, 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 no. Stay in there. Stay in there. But yeah, Steve is super cool. I like to take him out in the backyard sometimes and I'll let him crawl around, supervised, of course. So, okay, do those detach their tails? You know what? I think they have the ability, but it's very, very difficult for them to do that, especially once they start getting size on them. Okay, so female king cobra. As I told you, she is. Look at her. She grabbed the rat from the other end, and she found out that that was a problem. So now she's slowly working it to the head end. At some point, she'll figure it out. So I had a corn snake in my college, and was that color. Oh yeah, for sure. Corn snakes come in just about every color of the rainbow, even colors similar to this. Okay, so Dave the king cobra, are you done yet? No. See, they're snake eaters, so it takes them a while to put the rats down, but they will put it down. So you may not get to see the second rat on the stream, depending on how long it takes here. But matter of fact, that's about it. So we see the rhino vipers down here head bobbing. Not sure what's going on. This is the second feeding in the row that he hasn't eaten, but that's like I said, it's not a big deal. He is massively thick. He could go 6 months without eating, and you probably wouldn't even see any body weight loss. So when do you feed Steve? Steve ate yesterday. He ate literally a whole pound of chicken gizzards yesterday, so we're not feeding him today. Do you have any gators? No crocodilians of any kind. A snake, easy to take care of. Everybody loves their good beginner snake ball python, of course. Um, Dave the king cobra likes to eat ball pythons, but when we do that, we only get dead ones that come from other people that give them to us. We don't feed live ball pythons or anything like that. So, and he is definitely my longest snake. He is in the 9.5 foot range. So, yeah, he's a big one. Not big, he's not a giant one, but he's getting big. But you got to think he doesn't even turn 3 years old until July 1st. Do you like guinea pigs? I'm not really a keeper of rodents, and I don't keep any pythons or boas either. I mean, we do have a ball python. Let me be very, very clear about that. But we kind of got stuck with it. It's an ivory ball python that was given to us to feed to this snake. I just didn't have the heart to do it because it hadn't eaten in 4 months. It had been alive, but we uh we got it to eat mice almost immediately, and now we're kind of stuck. I'm stuck with it, although my wife loves the thing. So, no escapees for sure. No escapees. What in the world are we got going on here? Oh my God, here we go. All right, Indian cobra. Let's grab our little tongues here. What are you doing, dude? Are you just being in pissy mode? You ate one. You ate one, and now you're here. Come here. You're just like all sorts of piss and vinegar right now. Here. While he's being pissy like that, we're gonna go ahead and grab the his hide box. Ah, ah, ah. I just kind of loft it in there. There we go. Yeah, look at you. Here, dude. You got another mouse right here. He'll eat it later. He's just in like freaking agitation mode right now. No, look at he's all hooded up doing his thing. So if you don't know, this is the very same species of snake that Indian snake charmers over in India typically use during their snake shows. So well, we're just gonna leave it right there. I know he'll come back and get it. We'll go ahead and lock him up. Naya Naya, the Indian cobra, or spectacled cobra. What in the hell? This? What in the world? I don't know what the heck this guy's talking about, but you are gone. Yeah, I don't know who this Justin guy is. Can watch your life after you can watch cancel. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not sure what's going on with this guy. Do you have a black cobra? I do not have a black cobra. Just probably the blackest snake that I have is probably portions of the forest cobra down there. Oh, looks like we have finally found the head here, and so she's doing her job after she's rubbed all the damn bark off. But luckily, as the rat goes down her mouth, most of this bark will just get kind of pushed off. How often do you feed your snakes? Roughly every 7 to 10 days, give or take. If I went 2 weeks, that wouldn't be that catastrophic, although I don't like to do that. Are all these snakes mean? I'm not sure. None of them are mean. They're just who they are. Let's see. Let's go over and check out the other king cobra. See how much traction this guy's made. Dave's back there still doing his thing. Like I said, if this snake was eating like a 5 foot long, gopher snake or something like that, it would already be done. But they're not designed to eat rats, but they do get the job done. And he's about halfway done back there. Sorry about the glare there, but so all right, what do we got left? We got a couple. Let's see here underneath here. Bada bing. Okay, so that's for other stuff. Let's see, who have I not fed? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Duh, these are the other king cobras right here. So we're not going to go ahead and worry about those. But yeah, here, let me go ahead and flip this camera around. Kind of flip the camera. Okay, so hey, this is me. So we'll just do this thing, just a hobby. Like I said, I don't sell crap. I don't get you to buy merch, nothing like that. But if you like to hit that like and subscribe button, that's freaking awesome. But if you've enjoyed this, I appreciate that. Just me sharing my hobby with you, nothing more, nothing less. And yeah, this is what I like to do. But thank you very, very much for watching. If you got any comments or you want to send a question to me, feel free to do so. Other than that, we will see you next week.